So in Democracy for USA, we're entering term 7 now. This was our last term in the UK series. Can we make it further? So we're going to keep the same cabinet. GDP, health, education maxed out. Poverty and crime are on, not high, but higher than they have been. And unemployment is crazy high. Alcohol law change, they've seen as a cynical change. We've inherited a referendum result from the previous government, like 40 years ago. And we've got to go. Egalitarian society is over again. Internet crime is imminent. 95% popular. We've got a minor budget deficit, but it's not a cause for concern. Right. How is the global economy? It's not doing too bad, so we're kind of unbalanced a bit, it would seem. Hospitals are overcrowded. We've not got much political capital, possibly because of the burdens of some of these things, but high productivity we've still got, which is good. Do we roll back? Do we roll back? That's the question. Or do we spend in the hope that it boosts everything? Because unemployment at the moment is sky high, which is going to negatively impact income tax and all things like that. So the military has often been seen as a bit of a bugbear that we've reduced it so much. If we go to overwhelming force, the private space industry would boom, but it already is. Technology would boom, unemployment would go down fairly significantly. Or do we cancel some things like subsidies and say car usage is fine now, it's good for the environment? Unemployment is becoming a big problem, isn't it? Human development, pretty high. What do we do? Private schools just don't exist anymore. We feel a bit collapsed in terms of ideas at the moment. Maybe we are going to have to spend more just to see if it gets up. Now, if we brought in UBI, which we could probably do if we waited out a turn, 177 billion in cost. Bureaucracy would go down. And whilst it would cost, what was that, 120 billion at its least, 177 billion, we could scrap things like state pensions. With enough political capital. So we could fund the policy pretty much based off this, because we could cancel child benefit. We could then cancel unemployed benefit. We could then cancel food stamps. Maybe we should try to replace it. Let's go. Let's do UBI. Illegal immigration amnesty. Let's offer the amnesty. Let's be liberal about it. Cyclones if we don't act soon. Car salesman Jesus. Car emissions policies he's not happy with. 95% of the vote. A small budget deficit. Global economy is doing well. We need to fundamentally turn this around. So let's do this because we can slash bureaucracy and all this stuff. Unemployment's high anyway because of automation, inevitably. 36 now. Still not enough to bring the armed police back. Let's go with it. Let's do UBI. Help mental health, which is pretty low. Will boost everybody's income. Wages will go up because they've been falling. Charity will go down. Charity's almost at 0 anyway. Bureaucracy will go down. Mental health will improve. Socialism will get a boost. It's not very popular with people though. Let's do it early on. Because we can't do stem cell research at the moment either. Universal basic income. A universal welfare payment given to everyone in society at a flat rate regardless of their income or wealth. This is seen as a way to simplify welfare bureaucracy as well as provide a universal safety net for all citizens and pave the way for a reduction in work made possible by automation. Let's do it. Now do we set it at its lowest level? Do we go mad and set it at its highest level? Give a massive boost to mental health. It would reduce charity, would reduce bureaucracy, everybody's income would go up $17,000, socialism would increase, wages would increase massively, poverty would go down massively. This is crazy, but let's do it. Let's do it at its maximum. We've never done this before. Let's go for it. It's mad, but let's try it. To go all in one step. 625 billion. We're going to have some debt problems after this. Can we do it? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Or do we bring it in that level? Get lower help with it, scrap things, and try and raise it each time. Yeah, because we don't want to tank the economy. Let's bring it in at a minimum level. Give $5,000 a year to everybody. Let's do that. UBI, go. Violent video games, let's add warning labels to them. Internet crime, need to try and sort that. Luddite riots. Currently running a budget deficit of 231 billion a quarter. Great! Social media addiction is getting close again. 99% of the vote if there was one tomorrow. Global economy is doing well. Okay, now expenditure. State pensions, let's cancel them. Replaced it with UBI, so. Cynical voters changed state pensions so soon after. Dubious role model, great. Still got a budget deficit, but we've massively brought it down. We get 99% of the vote. Global economy is doing well. People are trustworthy. Let's make sure on expenditure we sort this out now. UBI's up there as the third biggest expenditure. Child benefit can now go, I would say. Even though it's dead popular with voters, let's scrap it. Let's replace everything with UBI. Gonna have to go again. Appoint a UN ambassador. Popular figure on the international stage. We'll go with that. Boost foreign relations. Jacqueline Reed, not happy with import tariffs. Polls are 98%. We've added loads of people to our membership. We've got a minor budget deficit, not a cause for concern. The global economy is doing well. Unemployed benefit we're getting rid of. This is helping us reduce bureaucracy massively. Disability benefit we don't need because of UBI. We want to cancel these to allow us to raise other things. Food stamps, well, poverty is going to sink because of UBI, hopefully. So we'll want to get rid of that next turn. Lay a wreath for the general. He's had a lot of problems, but you know, we can honour him still. Change to unemployment benefit is seen as cynical. 97% of the vote. We've got a minor budget deficit. Food stamps, they're very popular, but we need to get rid of them. Sorry. In fact, most forms of welfare we need to get rid of. Alcohol awareness campaign. Alcohol is back up to 28%, so probably worth keeping that there. Welfare fraud department we definitely don't need anymore. It's adding bureaucracy. So let's go again. We can get rid of it. Poachers convicted. Yes. Environmentalists are happy. Still get 96% of the vote. We've got a small deficit. Welfare fraud department is irrelevant now. UBI is the one we're keeping. Social care. We're going to replace it with UBI. Eventually, I guess. Genital mutilation ban. Should be banning it for all, really, but let's focus on this big change we're doing. Bureaucracy is sinking. Let's raise UBI. Poverty's going up massively. Let's raise it to the max. Let's do it. We're doing it. Maximum. Capitalists hate it. Socialists are loving it. Wages all skyrocket. Socialism up. Everyone's income up. Bureaucracy down. Charity down. Mental health up massively. Oh, wages. Everyone's income. So everyone's income, they'll get $17,694 a year. Let's do it. This is gonna hurt. I think this is gonna hurt. Electric cars. We've got electric cars at 100%. Do we really need to keep on funding a policy to support it? Probably not. High-speed rail. Car usage is still high, even with high-speed rail, so probably do need that. Rare earth metal mining has kept prices down, so we probably do want to keep that. I'll be honest, to some degree. Small business grants. They are boosting GDP, but it's welded to the top anyway. And UBI can be used to supplement that, you know. I think we could look at cancelling that. Trade agreement. Let's sign the agreement. Cyclones are imminent. Government don't just care. Countries have disability benefit, why not us? Because we've got UBI now. 91% popular, running a massive budget deficit that we need to sort out, definitely. UBI is now our top expenditure, definitely. Right, so what we're doing, small business grants, I'm not sure we need them anymore. Let's debureaucratise ourselves. University grants, do we need them anymore? Massively decrease unemployment though, so... Clean energy subsidies, CO2 emissions are already getting low, but we don't want them to rebound. Enterprise investment scheme, it's boosting GDP, which is still nailed to the top, to be honest. Costing us a lot, so I would say let's cancel it. Can simplify these things. Bus subsidies aren't popular, so we could probably look to cancel them. But we need more political capital. Foreign presidential visit. We need to set him straight, don't we? We need to set him straight. High productivity is at an end. Budget deficit is a big problem. Poverty is decreasing massively. Government borrowing. Wow, we're borrowing most for UBI. Trying to end bureaucracy though. State housing, we don't need to do anymore because UBI. Everyone's income's up, so do you know what? We can cancel state housing. We don't need state housing, because we've got fully funded UBI now. Micro-generation grants are helping keep that, a plug on that, so... Social care, it's not very popular. People can afford to pay for their own now, can't they? Let's cancel it. Let's see if we get away with this radical transition. Bus subsidies, do we need to do them anymore? Demand from donor. Electric cars initiative, no. Secretary Housing and Urban Development is tired of serving. Black Lives Matter after a high profile arrest. Racial inequality in our nation. Is it a problem? If it is, we need to sort it now. Polls are at 88%. We're on the cusp of a real estate bubble. Government debt is too high. With all that time paying off the debt, and we are forking it out hand over fist now. New car subsidies. GDP is still welded to the top. Electric cars are at 100%. There's no effect on CO2 emissions now, so let's get rid of it. Bus subsidies we can't cancel now, we've not got enough. Space programme. Clean energy subsidies is keeping a track on that. Rural development grants. Agricultural subsidies, do we still need these to hold food price low? It's at 6%. Probably not. This is just going to be slashing until the end of the term, I think. Stricter driving tests. Well, we've got driverless cars, so I'm going to make no change. Tonight's headlines. Level of military spending is pitiful, but we've got a massive deficit. We're 84% popular, which is the lowest we've been for a while. expenditure. Car usage is really high anyway. Let's cancel the agricultural subsidies. Rare earth metal mining. It's at 32%. It's compressing it by that much. If we reduce it by half, we're going to save a bit of money. Technology's already pretty high. It would reduce productivity though, that is the fear. Organic farming subsidies? No, so we're probably going to need to cancel some more of them. We've still got 17 political credit, so I'm sure there's something we don't need that we can cancel. Energy efficiency is pretty high, so but we don't want to send it tumbling. State broadcaster, it's not popular with the voters. Education is at max now, thanks to other things. Foreign relations is pretty high. Unemployment is tumbling now. State broadcaster. We might be able to get rid of them. For now. Nuclear weapons. Popularity with the voters is 1%. See if we can get rid of them by storing up a bit of capital. Real estate bubble. Great. Improved tenancy rights? Yes. Social media addiction. Budget deficit is massive. 71% of the vote. Pretty much spending all of income tax on UBI. Nuclear weapons, not popular, let's cancel them. Technology doesn't need a boost from nuclear weapons. Gone. Huge hurricane again. Ugh. Need to do more on the climate. Budget deficit is massive. Global economy is in recession. We get 72% of the vote currently. Needs to do more on the environment, not less. Organic farming subsidy. Food prices have gone up a bit, but we can get rid of that. It's not even popular with the voters anyway. Desalination plants. Do we need them now? We brought it in because of the water crisis. Possibly don't need them anymore. We shall see. Climate change protocol. Let's ratify the protocol. Definitely. Secretary of State for Housing and Urban Development. New major party donor. Yay. Cyclones on the horizon. Junk food tax I'm not happy with. Got bigger fish to fry at the moment. Micro generation grants, CO2 emissions. University grants are really popular. High-speed rail subsidies. That is pretty much approaching where we were at the beginning. Gah. Car usage is going down anyway, since we cancelled new car subsidies. Maybe we don't need to subsidise these kind of things now without productivity. Bureaucracy must nearly be at an end now. We do need to scrap more. Unfortunately, tobacco usage is next to zero. We need to scrap more to save money to fund this, or we need to accept that tax has to go up, which will not be popular with voters right before an election. We could put it up to 64% and get over an extra 100 billion. Interesting to consider. State broadcaster is not popular, but we've not got enough to scrap it at the moment. Desalination plants, yeah, it's 50-50, and we brought that in. Energy efficiency is really high at the moment, so just get rid of that expense. Feel like in some ways we're tinkering around the edges here. They like compulsory water meters. Micro generation grants. Technology colleges, it's boosting technology, they love them. Bus subsidies aren't popular at all. We'd need 18 to cancel them. Let's do this. Labour Day festivities. Hold speech in front of the trade unions. Social media addiction is imminent. 344 billion. We need to try and reduce that. Only 43% of the plan to vote for you. Let's speak to the parents. Let's speak to the retired. Speak to the state employees. Let's speak to the poor. Try and rescue this election. I'm glad we didn't raise income tax now. That probably would have been the death knell. Let's see if we can bring this back. Free school meals are really popular. We're not going to cancel anything that's popular. Are any of these things just not popular? All pales into insignificance with that, though, doesn't it? UBI is not popular. If we reduce it a bit, we'll save ourselves like over 100 billion, and we can maybe try and raise it again later. Doesn't have to be all or nothing. Policy reversal on UBI. Housing market boom. Budget report 229 billion. We need to reduce spending and raise taxes. Extras drawing there. We currently have 56 million members, with the largest party by a noticeable margin. Massively dropped though, haven't we? We're about to sort bureaucracy though. How can you not like that? UBI is not popular at the moment, so if we reduce it a bit more to get the deficit under control, we've tried it, but we could save another over 100 billion on that, reduce the deficit massively, we roll it back a bit to medium. Still getting a lot of the benefits without as many drawbacks whilst we regroup. Oh, let's see what happens. Okay, did we go too far too fast? Probably. We've tried to fix that now. Let's see if it was enough in time. We've still got a spending boost and activist boost that are higher than our opposition. Smaller parties are just non-existent now. Gone back to being a very much a two-party exclusive state. But will they recognise what we're doing? Or was it too much? Let's see. Look at that. It was by the finest of margins. Half the people didn't bother voting anyway. Look at that, 281 million people didn't bother voting. 21.8% for us, 22.6% for the Republicans were voted out. We lost too much for everyone. Look at that, your lifespan's nearly doubled under us. What's not to like? What is not to like? Is that inflation in reverse? Oh no, inflation's gone up a bit. Working week down a quarter. Seth Ortiz was our biggest supporter on 77%. Jordan Diaz 19%. Weren't happy with us. So as we tried to shift more away from capitalism in the USA, clearly there is a point where you can get not capitalist enough for them. Because if we look back to earlier on, we weren't as capitalist then, but we'd clearly bred a lot of capitalism during our time out there, and we just moved too far that way too fast. So that's it, end of the series then, end of term 7. Term 7 always seems to be the one where we're kind of thinking we'll go ultra radical now, see if we can do it. We nearly pulled it off this time. 21.8% of the votes, 22.6% of the vote. It looks like we were actually going to win, and then they got a flurry of votes. Sad, sad. But that is where we leave our Democracy for USA journey. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Democracy for videos.